that's the bugged out philosophies that Jacob be involved in. He don't know how to keep his eyes single.
Hold that. Jump down to verse 31 again.
Okay.
Where it talks about that you may attend upon the Lord without distraction.
First Corinthians chapter 7, back in 31, it says, no, 32, right? It says, but I would have you without carefulness, right? We brought that word up earlier, right? He that is unmarried cared for the things that belong to the Lord, how he may please the Lord.
Go ahead.
But he that is married cared for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife, or that he's adjoined unto. Keep going.
The part where it talks about without distraction.
It's up higher. Let me see.
It's higher.
Keep spreading the word, bro.
35.
Okay. Yep. Verse 35. Yep, it is 35. It says, and I speak this for your own profit, and not that I may cast a snare upon you, but for that which is comely, and that ye may attend upon the Lord without distraction.
Without being drawn away from doing attending to what? Your duties as a servant of Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? Because all these different, partaking in all these different pleasures, and you got your emotions fixated upon it, man, it tends to basically draw you away from your presumed duties, man. Okay? Because we have a responsibility here. Okay? And then our people in the world, this is also what's preventing them from coming to the Lord.
Yep, these distractions.
These distractions is what's keeping them from coming into this light, man. That's what's holding them back, man. I can't put the weed down, man. I just can't.
I know, man. I gotta get right, but I'm just not there yet.
I can't leave off from eating my pork, man. You know? Hey, I get off on fucking these dudes' hoes, man. You know? That's niggas, man. You know? I gotta get this money. I don't see nothing. What it is that y'all doing, I respect that, but I don't see no profit. I don't see myself doing that. I can't get no money and pay my bills doing that. And I'm speaking to you from the mind of the average nigga in America, man. Okay? He's totally distracted. All these things in the world is his ultimate distraction, man. I gotta hit up every club. I gotta be in the scene. I gotta be in the nightlife. I gotta go to this club, that club. You know? I gotta be one throwing all these parties. Hey, matter of fact, Super Bowl, and we finna get bent. We finna get lit. It's lit. You know? We finna buy up all of the Henny, all of the Patrol. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, man. We got all the Drope. We got all the Kush. You know what I'm saying? We got some lean in it. Hey, we got it all. All right? These are all the pleasures that Jake is caught up in, man. You know? And this is what's keeping them drawn from serving the Lord or even coming to attend upon the Lord, man. And we're talking about that because a lot of these things Jake takes so much joy in, but also the woman.
Yep.
All right? If these aforementioned things that I spoke of, if it ain't that, it's damn sure that woman.
Correct.
And you best believe she's into all that.
Yeah.
That woman is into all that. So in order for you to actually cheer her up and satisfy her, you got to be of the world.
Yeah.
That's why it says. That's why it said what it said. How he may please his wife. So you, of course, you're gonna care for the things of the world.
Care of the world, how he may please his wife. I got a definition right quick for distraction, right?
Yep.
It says a thing that prevents someone from giving full attention to something else. Diversion, interruption, disturbance, interference, hindrance, and an extreme agitation of the mind or emotions. frenzy, hysteria, madness, insanity, mania, agitation, perturbation. That's the right word. Yeah.
And you know what? All these different distractions that Jake is caught up in is the spiritual demon Satan that's trapping you with those different things, man.
Yep.
You know, each spiritual demon Satan. He's this whole society is set up for you to constantly be distracted, man. To distract you from the Lord. You know, that's what it's all about. You still gotta keep that energy going, man. You gotta keep the music, you know, your music full of distractions with all those demonic, wicked messages in the music.
Yep.
Okay, the social media, the commercials on your television, you know, so on and so forth. Those are the different tools and platforms that Esau used to keep you niggas totally, you know, distracted, man, from your higher power. Okay, stuff like that. All he's talking about is a bitch fat ass, drugs, or money. And as long as you niggas is listening to that, that's all that's gonna be on your fucking mind, man.
Yep.
You know, the cares of this life, man. The cares of this world.
Hey, say you cut the music away for a nigga for like 2 weeks, he'll start bugging out. Like, I need it, man. Like, I need to hear about
crack feed, right? That's like crack feed.
God.
Tyrone Bacon's ass.
You know, I got that word distraction in the strong G 563. Peristalstos, and it says where'd it go? Definition says a compound. It says and a presumed derivative, undistractedly free from solicitude without distraction. Now I went to solicitude. Solicitude is this. It says care or concern for someone or something. Now distraction takes you away from solicitude. But once to care for something or someone, how about you now shine salvation? So that's what distraction does. It takes you away from the mind of the Lord. From being following the mind of the Lord and searching for and seeking out salvation.
His second edge is 14 and 14. Let go from these mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man.
Yeah.
Put off now the weak nature. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee.
Exactly.
And haste thee.
Wait, what's most heavy unto you? Salvation is the most heaviest thing.
Well, really, in this context, the things that are most heavy to you are talking about your burdens.
Who cares?
All right, the different troubles that you have in this life. But what you need to be focused on is being delivered from this.
Right. This should be the heaviest thing in every conversation. Should be the prophecy of this and not being able to not take this. Those are the heaviest things that we have to deal with.
Being delivered from the hour of temptation.
Right. Because you're gonna have to be delivered from the hour. You can't just make it through the hour of temptation. You have to be delivered from taking this. Because we all gonna want to take this, man. I'm gonna let you know right now. It's the middle Lord not gonna do it.
No, we ain't gonna want to take shit. But these people is.
Our flesh is gonna seem like we need to take it,
Right.
like everybody else. But our spirit is gonna. We already know in the spirit we can't take that. No matter what benefits it may seem to come with, you know, life itself, we can't take it. You know, because the moment we sign up for that, we signed up for this.
That's right.
All right. Well, those are the heaviest things. But let's talk about, you know, we'll go back in the context of what you read.
Now therefore, it's like 14:14, second edge. Let go from the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man.
Yeah.
Put off now the weak nature.
Hey, we're practicing like it, bro. We're practicing it now because my knees and my back are killing me, but I don't care. We still got some time to be out here, and I'm going to be out here, and I'm not going to complain about it.
God,
All of us got issues.
you working now doing the work with your bad knees and bad back to get a better knees, to get knees in the back that ain't never gonna mess up.
Right. You know, we don't worry about the mortal thoughts. Jake can't stand for 6 hours, man. Jake can't stand for 3 hours. Jake can't put on his garments because they worry about what people think about him. That's the things of the flesh, things of the cares of the world, what other people think about you, man. No, it said cast all that off. That's part of girding yourself up and showing yourself a man. You got it, bro.
And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times.
Yep.
Hates to flee from what times, man? The days of Jacob's trouble, man.
Yep.
You know? That's what you need to be concerned with. You need to be concerned with the Lord actually delivering you from those perils, man. The sword, all right, famines, you know, pestilences, disease, man.
Yep.
You know, getting shoved into head first into a concentration camp and tortured, man. All right, those are the things that you really need to be focused about, man. All right. That was it. A little more.
Since for greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
Hell yeah. Hey,
Greater.
the times that we get ready to come into, the scripture said over and over that there's going to be no other day like it, man.
Routinely repeats that.
Repeatedly, man. And even Yahweh Shai reiterated it, man.
Yep.
All right? It's going to come upon the whole world. These people here, they're too distracted to notice.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
They're careless. so they
Careless,
don't even
given
think
to
about it.
pleasure.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They're too subjective about their pleasures that they can't look far out and see that the peril, the detriments that the world is facing, they don't see that could come here.
On the days of evil are at hand.
Yeah. But you know, over there in China, man, and the brother Barack, the elder brother Barack, he had just did a video on it how you got those in China, you got Chinese being placed in concentration camps. Their families are being divided up, and their children and their wives are being actually sent over into those re-education centers, man. They're being sent to those concentration camps to be re-educated, man. And they put that in those movies. They put it in movies like The Fifth Wave.
Yep.
They put it in the Divergent series.
Yep.
Because
Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale, and they're showing you in those movies, man. So soon as they separate your families,
Teaching
you
the
know,
Bible.
those that serve as a threat to the New World Order, that they feel is going to be resistant, some of them they're going to just kill them on sight, terminate them. And then those that they have a chance with, they're going to interrogate them. And then some of them, they're not going to comply, and they're going to put them to death. But then you have those that are going to comply. And those that do give consent, they're going to be re-educated. Okay? Straight up, man. They're going to be re-educated. For what? For this New World Order system. All right? And that's getting ready to happen.
Okay.
They're doing that over in China. You don't think that's going to happen over here? That's damn sure going to happen over here, man.
Yep.
There's no coincidence that there's over 800 concentration camps that are actually active,
Yep.
that got guards and everything.
Yep. Fresh fits and barbed wire.
Yeah.
Hey, some of them, I don't know if y'all seen that, some of them actually have the little key box that only a chip can answer. Open. It looks like you gotta put your handprint or something, or facial recognition or something to get that to open. It's not a regular key, it's like an RFID type key to open that. I don't know if y'all seen that, the little box on where the entrance is at. A little box right there on some of those.
For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein.
That world's been watered down with wickedness.
For the truth is fled far away, and leasing is hard at hand. For now hasteth the vision to come which thou hast seen.
That's it. Go to second Ezra 16.
The second Ezra 16 and 41. He that selleth, let him be as he that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away.
Yeah, like basically, those of you that are doing it, you know, you buying or you selling, or you got all these different material goods for yourself. Don't let this distract you. All right? Don't set your affection on these things. Don't make it a care. Okay? Don't be anxious about it. Okay? Go ahead, huh?
And he that buyeth as one that will lose.
You know that anything that you buy in society is gonna get destroyed in the nukes, in the missile fire. You know what I mean? That's the mentality you gotta have. Or else you're gonna be what? You're gonna be drawn away. Continue.
He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it.
Yep.
And he that buildeth.
Like, and this doesn't really profit me. This is just junk at the end of the day. You know?
Yeah, I got a car, but it's a nice car, but it's just a car.
It's just a damn car, man. You know what I mean? When all hell breaks loose, what good is a car for you?
Right.
You gonna drive away from the troops?
Drive away from the destruction.
Come on, man. They ain't gonna do nothing for you, man. You can't drive. You ain't gonna be able to drive from no missiles. Go ahead.
And he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein.
Yeah, you got a home built for yourself, so you're doing well. But don't have it in your mind that you're gonna leave that house to your children and your grandchildren and their children, man.
And that house is bulletproof and it can't missile-proof.
Yeah, nobody can't break into
safe
it.
in that strong
It can't
tower.
get looted, you know. That's what the scriptures tell you, that houses are gonna be pillaged. You know? Many homes shall be spoiled.
Hey, why did Bane quote that in Batman Dark Knight Rises?
Huh? Yeah, man. Go ahead.
He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry as they that shall
Because
get no
really they're
children.
putting their confidence in the wrong things.
Con.
Basically, these things is what they put their security to. This is their security right here. You know? What they growing in their gardens, all right, their material wealth, their homes that they built, the cars that they drive. You know? Go ahead, bro.
They that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers.
Hey, the benefits of these certain situations, you can't look at it like you're getting benefits from it. You can't look like you're gonna get those benefits. But you're doing it for the Lord. That's the main point that you gotta understand. You're doing this stuff for the Lord, not for the worldly benefit out of it. You know, that's the difference of it. Just because you marry like you said about when you're married up to the Lord, man. That's our first bride. It's wisdom. It's our first bride. We're the woman, really, but we're married to this truth. We're married to our hope for salvation.
What they got that saying in the world amongst niggas? Oh, I'm married to the game.
Yeah.
Married to the game.
Married to the game. You know, really, you married to Satan, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
And therefore they that labor in vain. First, going down.
It's a list. Sound like it's a good list going.
Yeah, keep going.
God, this 46.
Because at the end of the day, all these things that you labor for, that you put your trust in, when that day come, all right, when we talk about the day of the Lord, all right, and what's going to be leading up to that day, so much hell is going to be happening. The shit's going to get destroyed in that time to come. It's going to get taken, it's going to get destroyed. You ain't going to be able to enjoy it, man. And more than likely, you're going to get robbed of those things that you put your trust in.
Yep.
And it's getting ready to tell you that.
For strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods.
That means you're gonna plant a vineyard and somebody else gonna gather the grapes out of it.
You're gonna stockpile a bunch of food packages, and the elect men are gonna come in and eat.
Yep. Weapons, and Esau gonna confiscate them, whatever the case may be.
Yep.
For strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children. And they that occupy their merchandise with robbery, the more they deck their cities, their houses, their possessions, and their own persons, the more will I be angry with them for their sin, saith the Lord Yahweh.
Yep. That's pretty much it.
I agree.
And you got guys even in Israel that have that lifestyle, man. You know, they think that it's about getting it all while you can get it on this side, man. You ain't supposed to have that mind state.
Hey, it's so bad with that. They're even using, it'd be different if that was your mind state for your personal life and then it was separate from the truth without contradicting too greatly. But there's people that's using the word to get worldly gain.
Yep.
It's ridiculous, man.
Yep.
You have a piece of it?
It's 2 Corinthians 4 and 18. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal,
Yep.
but the things which are not seen are eternal.
So I'm still in it.
It's
Yeah.
2 Corinthians 4 and 18. While we look not at the things, it's like, I'm sorry, 17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal.
Yeah, all this. All right, the things of this world, man. Okay? We don't look to that, man. See, the world, they attend to it because it's something that they can physically see with their eyes, man. They see the mansions and the cars. You know what I'm saying? They see the luxurious lifestyles that their entertainer and favorite celebrities is living and what they got, and they see it with the physical eye. So that's the reason why they got their mind on that, focused on that, man. But the things that we see, the rest of the world can't see. Okay? You can't fathom everlasting life. A man living for the rest, for the remainder of time, man, without death. That's something that the world, they can't fathom something like that, man.
Spiritual power.
Spiritual power. These are spiritual things, man. You know what I mean? You actually, instead of whipping a goddamn
Tesla or something.
whatever latest luxurious 2018 vehicle Jake is whipping right now, hey man, the hell with that. That's gonna get destroyed when America goes down, man. Okay? We talking chariots.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't got to put my hand on the wheel.
What will?
You ain't gotta stop. You ain't gotta stop your chariot to get an oil change.
Right.
All right? You ain't gotta stop and get gas. Ain't gonna be no chevrons for chariots, man.
Yeah.
Okay?
Ain't no getting pulled over for drunk driving.
Yeah.
I can sit yah in my right mind and float the chariot on.
But you see a lot of Jakes, even in Israel, that couldn't come soon enough.
Right.
So Jake looked to this world. They look to this. And certain guys sell out, you know what I'm saying? They take the purse just so they can have a taste, man.
Yeah. And they don't get to indulge in it, they just get a taste.
Yeah.
Hey, 'cause this is almost out. If you was in the 40s, you might have got a real taste with you and your family after you. You lived till you was 103. You know, you might have a chance for that. But that's not gonna happen on this side. Whoever tries to get a taste at this point, you're just a two-time loser, man. Or well, you're gonna be a loser on this go round. Is it really worth that? You have more, right?
For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
Hey, and what are one of the things that are eternal? That kingdom.
Yep.
The scriptures say the kingdom is going to be everlasting, man. Matter of fact, get that in Daniel, man. And this is something that, you know, mainly our people, man, they think this is the kingdom. They think this faggot freak white boy ruling over them, they think that this is it. They think this is it.
Yeah. It don't get no better.
It gets no better than this shit, man.
This is Daniel 2.
Now, hold on. You really want this faggot ruling over you forever? You really want a faggot-ass white boy ruling over you forever, man? Ask yourself that, man. Who's giving more homosexuals and trannies rights than you?
All his perversions.
Come on, man. This ain't it, man. Wake the hell up, man. Now we got a kingdom coming for us, man.
That's right.
It's gonna be hey, man.
Can't compare.
You can't compare it, man. Get that in Daniel 7.
7.
Yeah. Daniel the 7th chapter. Like 13, 14.
It's Daniel 7 and 13. And I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. And there was given him dominion and glory, and a kingdom that all people.
You're talking about what they're describing here is eternal. They're describing eternal things, not just temporal things. Go ahead.
And a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion,
Yep.
which shall not.
Hey. Read that again. Read that from the top.
And there was, this 14, and there was given him dominion and glory and the kingdom that all people, nations, and languages should serve him.
So that means all these heathen nations, they're gonna serve our Lord and Savior, man.
Yep.
And guess what? The Israelites are joint heirs with the Messiah, man.
Right.
Right.
So that means we're gonna rule over these heathens too. Okay? Our Lord's gonna rule over the heathen, and we gonna rule over the heathen, man. Okay? We gonna rule over them faggots, man.
That's right.
Right.
And we ain't gonna tolerate that shit in our kingdom. All right? Women talking about Me Too, all this feminist bullshit going on, man. That ain't going. That's not gonna happen in our kingdom, man.
Those are harlots and witches.
You know? Now this kingdom is gonna be everlasting, man. And it's gonna be nothing but righteousness flourishing, man.
That's right.
Okay? Go ahead, bro.
It says his dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed.
So that means what? It's gonna be eternal. It's gonna be without end, without interruption, man. You know?
This is Daniel 2 and 44. And in the days of these kings shall Yahweh of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Forever. Okay? Forever.
What it said in Daniel 7.
Yeah, man. But Jake think this is it. It's gonna be this way forever.
And they don't know, they want it this way.
Yeah.
You know, roach infested ghettos and shit.
Yeah.
Drug infested.
Yeah, man.
Like crackhead infested. They want it to be malt liquor. They want it to be this way. A woman that you can't get a decent woman. When I say decent, I mean well she ain't been with nobody else and she believe in the Lord. That's not existent on
Guys,
this
you
side.
can't
by
even
the
raise
way.
your kids on this side.
Right.
You get them for what, 8 hours maybe? They gotta go to school, you gotta
And
go to
they
work.
still gotta go to sleep
Gun.
in that 8 hours.
Yeah.
Only Jake.
Yeah.
Only Jake will make their hell their heaven, man.
Gun.
Right.
Because
Only Jake will make
Only
hell
Jake
their
is that
heaven.
optimistic.
Jake
right?
don't never think of the big picture.
Right.
If you truly loved your people, and I'm not talking about like just niggas, but just in the brother, if you see the way brothers is living, then you will want to get out of here. You know? Just knowing that every brother got different circumstances and every brother ain't living up to the highest that they could possibly live, that you will want change.
Yep.
And that change starts with Yahweh Shai. Because without Yahweh Shai, this kingdom will continue.
I gotta say what Elder Yashimamba have said. You said when you look upon your fellow brother, man, that's laboring with you, you're supposed to see Yahweh Shai. Would you want him to live like this?
Yeah.
Would you want our Lord to live this way? After all the sacrifice he done made for us, he won't even live this way. Well, a piece of him is in every brother, man.
Yep.
We shouldn't be living like this. Now, the 2/3, man, that's, you know, they make an argument for staying in this type of situation. But for the men that's really out there striving and really trying to do this thing wholeheartedly and diligently, man, you gotta want to get out of here. They, just for their sake, even not even for your own, for their sake. Yeah, more on there. I got something. Okay, come. This is Matthew 7:19. It says, you know, it goes all the way to the end of this, but it says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Hey, that saying goes back to the 90s. I got my mind on my money and money on my mind. Well, wherever you got your mind on, that's what that's where you at, man. That's why going back to where it says, you know, when we talk about distractions, if your mind is on chasing, you know, after these Federal Reserve notes and trying to be rich, that's where the distraction is gonna come. You're gonna be drawn away from serving the Lord, man, because you're so focused on chasing money. Unfeigned riches at that. It's like your uncertain riches. Because this money ain't backed by anything any damn way. It's worthless.
Hey, you can make $2 million today and the dollar can collapse tomorrow. It'll be worthless tomorrow.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. A joke for you. Anyway, verse 21, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light.
Meaning if you stay focused,
Yep.
okay, you got your eye focused in one direction, man, which is the path.
Straight gate.
The straight gate, man. You're focusing on the path, man. And when you focusing on that path, man, you're not gonna allow nothing from the left or to the right distraction, man. Matter of fact, get that, man. Get Proverbs the 4th chapter real quick. You're not gonna turn to the left or to the right, man. You trying to get to the other side of that tunnel, man. Where you see a bright light at the end of that tunnel, hey, that's the kingdom over there. But you're gonna have obstacles and everything in your way. That's gonna be trying to take you, you know, they're gonna try to get you according to your pleasures. That's where the temptation comes in. You're gonna be met with all type of temptations while you walking that path, man.
I'm gonna start at 14.
Yeah, you can start there.
No, it says
No, matter of fact, no.
18 or where?
Start up.
I was gonna start from 18. Exactly.
Start at 11.
Proverbs 4:11. I have taught thee in the way of wisdom. I have led thee in the right paths.
I have led you in the right path. Talking about what? This wisdom. Go ahead.
When thou goest, thy steps shall not be straitened, and when thou runnest, thou shalt not stumble.
Go ahead.
Take fast hold of his.
Hey, because what causes you to stumble? Stumbling blocks.
Yep. Things that trip you up.
Snares.
Hey,
Traps, man.
Hey, Salaki, but you liken that to the hurdles, right? When you're in track and field, if you just running a sprint, just a 100-yard dash or whatever, that's different. You just got to work on your rhythm. But when those hurdles are there now, oh shit, hold on, I got to get my feet right. I got to know when to jump at the right time. You're distracted by other entities in that course of getting to the end of the finish line.
Exactly.
And that's what these stumbling blocks will do. How many high school, I would say, races have you seen where somebody trip and fall over them hurdles?
Yep.
You know, or slow down because of those hurdles.
Well, you got a lot of men, when they come into this thing, they run into hurdles.
Yep.
You know, different things of this world. It starts to weigh on them, and it starts to seduce them.
Yep.
You know, and they get sidetracked, and they end up getting lured away from the path, and they start serving Satan, man. And it could be through different means, man.
Man, we see people be like, I don't know, I didn't sign up for this. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
You didn't know this is what you signed up for? Yeah. I can't, this is too much.
Yeah, man.
What?
Straight up.
Every week? It's cold outside. Yes, every week.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hot in 6 months. Every week. You know?
I can't seem to get a woman.
Yeah.
No shit.
I lost my job. No shit.
Say welcome.
Hey, but those are snares though.
Right.
Guys, you know, when stuff like this start happening to dudes, the scriptures tell you in that parable about those that fell on stony ground,
ground.
and those that,
Yeah.
and they've, you know, they fell on stony grounds, man. The cares of this life, you know, they choke on the riches, they become unfruitful,
Yeah.
you know, so on and so forth, man. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, it says,
What's going on, guys?
We're preaching the Bible.
What was that?